Happy New Year, wrestling fans! It's the New Year's Tournament, continuing in earnest.
The following contest is a quarterfinal match in the Oshogo Taikai Nise scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from the laboratory, accompanied by his creator, Dr. Chigoku, representing the Augments, Project Tetsu 3.0.
In case you missed it yesterday, in the preliminary round, Project Tetsu 3.0 defeated the Technical Wizard Lee Masters as one half of the #1 contenders for the AWL World's Tag Team Championship defeated one half of the World Tag Team Champion. Project Tetsu, the Dean of the Active Augments, has never won this tournament, and frankly that stands as a blot on his professional record. As always, accompanied by his creator, to whom he is literally slavishly devoted, Subite, Chigoku Hakusei no Kame, all for Dr. Chigoku. So it's going to be the mad scientist supervillain versus the superhero of professional wrestling, of course.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from parts unknown, Nise Injirichian Yushousha, Hoshi, Aztec Kaiser Neo.
The 2021 winner of this tournament, Aztec Kaiser Neo, defeated the Spirit Dragon Shenron in a great style matchup of the High Flyers. And you will see just how well Aztec Kaiser Neo can fly about the ring, empowered by that Star of Aztec upon the crest of his helmet. This second-generation Japanese tokusatsu hero is ready to face a giant robot. Now, while there's been about 24 hours between postings of the videos, there's only been a few minutes between our last preliminary match and this first quarterfinal. 15 minutes on the clock, an extended time limit as we progress through the tournament. As Project Tetsu pounding away at the chest and the sternum of Aztec Kaiser Neo to start us off here. And remember, in the event of a time limit draw, both men would be eliminated from the tournament. We all hope that doesn't happen. Irish whip off of the ropes. However, professional wrestlers frequently need the motivation of the time limit. It's like a chess clock. We call this the game of human chess. Well, in the AWL, we got a fairly strict chess clock. Spinning sleeper slam by Aztec Kaiser Neo, empowered by that Star of Aztec. He is on an even footing. Oh, look at this. Boom! Tornado European uppercut, modification of the Kaiser punch. And going up there, ow! Absolutely not. Goes for the shooting star of Aztec, does not hit. And the first cover of the match, and possibly the last, no. Project Tetsu 3.0, very close to picking up the win in less than 2 minutes. And at this point, you've got to realize that you're in your second match of 4 if you want to win this thing. Fatigue is going to become a factor, so nobody here is going to be working by the hour. Everybody wants to have the quickest match in each round so that you've got the most energy come the final. Uh-oh, Aztec Kaiser's going to do something silly. Suicida! Tope! Suicida! You will believe a man can fly. It worked for Superman, it works for Aztec Kaiser Neo. Heroes born of the same desire for justice and peace. Double leg takedown, stepping over into a sharpshooter. Modification of that Gamba Kani. He was, of course, programmed to be a counter to the original Japanese megastar Gamba, now known as Dambakishi Dark, the AWL Grand Champion, who was eliminated from the tournament in the very first round. We will have some news regarding that coming up a little bit later. The referee hits the 10 count. Remember, it's a 20 count on the outside of the AWL ring. Japanese wrestling rules, a great influence here in the league. And of course, we've got our Canadian and Japanese wrestlers here for one-on-one competition. The only time of year that happens outside of some championship matches. In fact, Aztec Kaiser Neo signed to AWL Hontai in Japan, whereas Project Tetsu, originally created here in Japan, is actually signed to AWL Strong and Free over in Canada. Once we start up our regular season competition again, we will have 2 videos a week, matches from around the Animated Wrestling League, Canada and Japan. We are truly a global organization. You just heard the clang of metal on metal echoing throughout the AWL arena. It is sold out, no vacancy here in the AWL. I think we've still got some chairs under the ring, but that's about it. Both wrestlers return to that 20 by 20 foot squared circle. And immediately Dr. Jigoku in there for the distraction, and Aztec Kaiser Neo falls for it. This is not good. Irish whip into the corner. Huge lariat. With 11 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time for either man to pull this out. As Aztec Kaiser Neo going for a quick, almost desperation cover. And he knew he was not going to get the 3. He's miming it. He's the soccer player taking the dive right now, the football player, I should say. But that was a cover of desperation, but this will not be Kaiser Smash! No! The Kaiser Smash turned into a chop block by the Iron Project of the diabolical Dr. Jigoku, watching on from ringside. Irish whip. Beautiful drop kick by Aztec Kaiser Neo. Able to go toe-to-toe, hold for hold, blow for blow with this metallic monster, thanks to the power granted to him by the Star of Aztec. And if you've never seen the original Aztec Kaiser TV series, this is actually a real thing in Japan, look it up. I think there's 1 or 2 episodes up on Google. Wait a minute, Kaiser Kiku. The Kaiser kick snapping out of nowhere, and it did it! Another year, another failure for the Dean of the Active Augments, Project Tetsu 3.0, eliminated in the second round. Aztec Kaiser Neo snapping Kaiser kick.
Here is your winner, Aztec Kaiser Neo!
We have our first member of the Final 4. Aztec Kaiser Neo. And he now knows he's got the most rest time, but he also knows it will not be enough. Hassan, Dr. Jigoku's other augment, the all-augment semi-final is not going to happen.
American dream.
The following contest is a quarterfinal match in the Oshogaku Taikai Nise 24 nen. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from the United States of America, accompanied by the Canadian national champion, Team Canada. Nise 22 nen Yushousha, Grand Slam champion, the era of American dream, Hassan.
And I mentioned there's some good news about Hassan. He has been entered into the AWL Best 4 because he has a pinfall tournament victory over the Grand Champion. So that will be resolved as we get into regular season competition. But right now Hassan needs to focus on the tournament. He's been told this. He knows that he's in the Best 4. He's in contention for the Grand Championship now. But he cannot let that distract him against one of the most powerful wrestlers in the world.
Making his way to the ring from the laboratory, accompanied by his creator, Dr. Jigoku, representing the Augments, Nise 22 nen Yushousha, Jigoku. Destroy.
Two men who have won the tournament in the 2020s. Hassan advanced to the tournament by defeating Competition Dark. Jigoku Destroy defeated in the match of Super Science versus the Supernatural. Yokai Butai's Shiroke Kitsune fell to the Tatsumaki, the tornado of Jigoku Destroy. The only augment to ever win this tournament. And right now, Dr. Jigoku's last hope. Hassan has his consolation prize. He has his eventual opportunity. We don't know where in the best four he's going to be ranked. We'll have to wait for the conclusion of the tournament to learn that information. So stay tuned for that. Two wrestlers signed to the Canadian branch of the Animated Wrestling League. Hassan requested to be drafted to AWL Strong and Free. Not only because it brought him a lot closer to home. He's from New York. His family's there in Toronto. That's a really short flight. A lot shorter than Tokyo to New York. Trust me, I've done that flight. Hassan living the American dream, getting to be himself, have his own identity. And he's living the American dream of becoming sort of Canadian. And he's going up to the top rope. His very Canadian tag team partner watching on. Kid Canada will not interfere, at least not physically here. High cross body block by the very American. Arab American dream, Hassan. The winner of this match will advance to face Aztec Kaiser Neo, unless we hit that dreaded 15-minute time limit draw. Cover here. One, first cover of the match. Two, and that's the fatigue. That's the battery life of Jigoku Destroy being drained by that previous match. Shiroke Kitsune may have been one of the least experienced wrestlers in this tournament, but it was still a grueling match for the Cyborg. And of course, Hassan facing the Grand Champion. They're both going to be exhausted. They've had a bit of time to rest. Not enough. I keep saying that. Never, ever, ever enough in these kind of marathon tournaments. And it's not a sprint. It is a marathon. But it is a marathon in which you sprint. As I said, you want to reduce your match time. So there's a sprint element, a marathon element. Professional wrestling can be the most complicated athletic endeavor on planet Earth. Any country, any style. And now for something very, very American, the Bionic Elbow. Tribute to his childhood inspiration, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And, oh, wait a minute, up, down, around the Argentinian backbreaker. It's like the one submission move that Jigoku Destroy actually knows. Pick him up, make him hurt, and then put him down. And no, one leg free. Good reversal of fortune by Hassan, able to get that top leg free. That gave him the momentum. That gave him the leverage to get out of that dangerous, dangerous hold. Literally, you could, I don't know about you, but I could hear the spine just popping, cracking the back of the Arab American Dream. And once again, Dr. Jigoku getting involved. Jigoku Destroy back up. Jigoku Destroy, the only augment that the Bad Doctor has actually put his name on. This is his favorite creation, and given the win-loss record, given the numbers here, wait a minute, rope break, and the referee does see it. Bad ring positioning by Hassan. He realizes he's kicking himself right now. In a tournament like this, where it's win or go home, you cannot afford to make that kind of a mistake. Hassan now very much on the back foot here, and the front feet of Jigoku Destroy right into the chest of the Arab American Dream. Now wait a minute, the Hisatsuwaza. And boom! Dead center on that AWL logo. 1, 2, 3, no. Collar elbow tie-up, going for the double underhook. Suplex. He's been doing that since the days of Yarina Talent Management Incorporated. Pick him up, put him down, make it hurt, and a vintage AWL elbow drop from the top. We've seen that by several of our wrestlers so far tonight. We've also seen some innovating high flying from the likes of Tiger Mask 2 from the likes of Shenron, Aztec Kaiser Neo. We've seen wrestlers pulling out moves that they've never used before. And we've seen other wrestlers go into the old standbys. And another Tatsumaki, no, Snake Eyes. That could be a setup for Tatsumaki. Hassan fights his way back to a vertical base. Takes down the much bigger opponent. And he's feeling the crowd. The AWL fans here in Tokyo, they're happy to see Hassan again. Lariat. Massive clothesline. And you never have to miss a Hassan match. You never have to miss a Jigoku Destroy match. All you have to do is click that little subscribe button. You get a little explosion there, and boom! Wait a minute, paradigm shift. First time in the match with the paradigm shift. 1, 2, 3. Hassan has beaten 4 years worth of New Year's tournament winners. He's beaten the Grand Champion. He's beaten the best win-loss record in the entire league.
Here is your winner, the Era of American Dreams, Hassan!
And even though Hassan defeated Kid Canada to make it into this tournament via qualifier, they seem to be on the same page. Tag team champion versus a tag team legend.
The following contest is a quarterfinal match in the Oshoga Pipeline Nisen 20 young men scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by his tag team partner, the Technical Wizard Lee Masters. Fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, he is one half of the reigning Animated Wrestling League World Tag Team Champions. Nisen, here is coming in Yushinosha. The Suplex Master, Sammy Nix.
Now this is going to be a match all about revenge, because who did Sammy Nix beat to get into this round? Tiger Mask 2. And now he faces Tiger Mask 2's tag team partner. Tiger Mask W, the new classics, tag teams that have wrestled each other countless times over the years here in the Animated Wrestling League. This time it's all one-on-one.
And his opponent, fighting out of the unified School of the Tiger style, accompanied by Spring Tiger, Tiger Soldaku.
And now we see again the effects of the ongoing tournament. Wrestlers that came into this tournament wanting to go it alone. They didn't want to take the option of a second, of a cornerman, of a manager. Well, now both the Suplex Master with his tag team partner and Tiger the Dark with Spring Tiger, a multi-time AWL champion, singles and tag team in her own right. A manager to the entire Unified School of the Tiger style, one of the few organizations in the AWL that is spread across both branches of the league, Japanese and Canadian. But the manager's rule and the fact that we are all here together to celebrate the new year allows Spring Tiger to be back where she belongs as the manager to Tiger Mask W. Call an elbow kick, but wait a minute. A butterfly suplex from the Suplex Master. Of course, that double underhook, that butterfly hold, a signature of the Tiger style. It's the lead-in to the Tiger Bomb, the Tiger Driver, the Tiger Drop, the Tiger Breaker. Several other moves start with that double underhook or that butterfly hold, depending on what you choose to call it. I think there might be a technical definition between the double underhook and the butterfly, but if there is, I don't know what it is. If you know the technical difference between the butterfly lock and the double underhook hold, please put it down in the comments. I'd be very interested in learning that. Irish whip into the corner, backflip kick, but a lariat out of the corner by the Suplex Master. And goes for another, no wait a minute, good counter Tiger the Dark, originally of the Black School of the Tiger style, originally of Global Wrestling Monopoly, Tiger the Dark, who defeated Gamba's Shadow in order to make it into this round of the tournament. I've been saying for several seasons now, don't sleep on Tiger the Dark as a singles wrestler. He's one of the few wrestlers currently in the tournament who has not won this thing. And even fewer now that Project Tetsu has been eliminated. But the Black Tiger could very easily win this. I have zero doubt about that, but there's going to be some tough competition still to come. Our final quarterfinal is going to be the Emerald Dragon versus Chiba Akagi. Oh, look at that! Beautiful centrifugal force. Has anyone ever described centrifugal force as beautiful? What happens here in professional wrestling? Oh no, this is not going to be good. He's running up, down, oh, Jesus! Lucha Resu at its best. The Tiger style, that mix, that strong lucha, as it's occasionally called, that mix of the Mexican lucha libre, the Japanese strong style, and King's Road style. Good grief. Unfortunately, grazing contact at best, but Tiger the Dark able to recover fairly easily there. Now, you can advance in this tournament. You can advance to the semifinal via countout. The winner of this match will face either the Emerald Dragon or the Iron of Submission Chiba Akagi. Oh, look at this. Deadlift, the strength and the power. The strength and the power slam. Pound for pound, the strongest wrestler in the AWL, given his size, given his weight class. We're going up to 12, and as soon as you jump off the top with the elbow drop from the top, you cross the plane to the ropes, you're back in the ring. The 20 count doesn't matter. Referee very slow on the count here. 1, 2. That was more than 3 seconds, but it's not actually 3 seconds to get a pinfall victory. It is a referee's 3 count. The referee has to be in position to see the shoulders of the downed wrestler. Because obviously, if you can't see the shoulders, you can't see if the shoulder comes up. 1, 2. And that's why wrestlers tend to kick out with authority. Oh, wait a minute. The Black School of the Tiger style. Tiger suplex. Does not hold for a bridge, shoots the half. Tiger the Dark dipping back into the dark forces. And this has been a fantastic match in the last 4 minutes, and we're getting that fight forever chant. That time the corkscrew kick does connect, the second one does not. Luck of the bracket, neither of these men know, even if they win this, what their future is going to be. And when we're watching our next match with a great deal of earnest, we do know that Hassan will face Aztec Kaiser Neo tomorrow in your time, in production time. Sorry, in air time, I should say. But it's going to be just less than half an hour from now that we're going to have that first semi-final match. All 4 rounds of the tournament happening in one night. That's why it's sold out. That's why it's super no vacancy. German.
5 minutes.
And going for the Chimeraplex, the Dragon Suplex. Gonna go for the Xplex as well. This is where he likes to hold the bridge. And he doesn't hold it. That's the move that won the tournament back in 2017 for the Suplex Master. And he chooses to delay the cover here. I don't think that was smart. 1, 2. Maybe he didn't have a good enough grip on the wrist. He didn't have full wrist control. Tiger the Dark, I don't know. I'm not in the head of Sammy Nix, but I do know Sammy Nix, an incredibly intelligent wrestler. He knows how to adjust on the fly when he has to. There's another German. He's going to go for it again. Yes, he is. And I think he probably has a better grip this time, or he wouldn't be going for this. And now he goes for the bridge. Dead center. No chance of a rope break. 1, 2. Sheer force. But Tiger the Dark with very little energy. He's on spaghetti legs. He has to be helped up to his feet for another attack. Off the ropes, beautiful drop kick. To be a suplex expert, you've got to have fantastic quads, recep muscles, fantastic... Oh, wow. Up. Hisatsuwaza, the Darkness Driver. But those legs are in bad position, I think. No, the referee checks. It is a rope break. And desperate ring positioning by Tiger the Dark. He's going to do something stupid. He's going to go for the moonsault. The corkscrew. The corkscrew, the black tiger salt. Damage done, only a half hook. Oh! Half hook gut buster there. I don't think I've ever seen him do that before. Almost a half tiger buster. His protege, Black Tiger Justice, currently on the injured list, using the full Black Tiger Buster as his finishing move throughout his fantastic championship run. But now, Black Tiger drop. Maintains the vertical base, only leaves his feet of his own volition. 2, 3, that is it. Tiger the Dark advances. And the tag team champions have been eliminated. We saw that unlucky Darkness Driver for the Black Tiger drop. Enough to pick up the victory.
Tiger the Dark!
Tiger the Dark will advance to face the winner of our next match in our second semi-final. And is it going to be the Dragon, or is it going to be the Scientist?
The following contest is a quarterfinal match. Yoshogata Taikai 2024年. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Shigemori, representing Yokai Bukai, accompanied by Ultramantis Black.2016年優勝者 Emerald Dragon!
Excellent advice from Ultramantis Black, as always, the wise counsel of the great and devious master of the Black Tea Garden, former mayor of Parts Unknown. Wyvern and Shiba Akagi were dojo mates, part of the bumper crop of 2015 rookies. But this is not Wyvern anymore. That amulet of transmogrification around his neck, granting him true dragonic spirit and energy, turning him into this Emerald Dragon. Is Shiba Akagi going to try to wrestle the Wyvern that he knew in the dojo? If so, this could be a very short match.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from Yokohama, Japan, representing Ningen Damashi. 2018年優勝者 The Scion of Submission, Shiba Akagi.
Two members of that bumper crop of rookies that have both won this tournament in the past. The former Wyvern, Emerald Dragon, won it in his rookie year. A feat that has never been equaled in the animated wrestling leagues. 15 minutes on the clock. A rivalry that goes back to their time as masked AWL trainees. Backflip kick, lands on his feet, and Wyvern didn't do that. I would expect to see Emerald Dragon focusing on his power moves here. He's gained a great deal of strength since becoming the Emerald Dragon, since his transmogrification. Of course, Shiba Akagi going to dance with what brought him, going to dance with the submission hold, and right there, a seated bow and arrow lock. And just raw power to get out of that. Maybe, wait a minute, what's this going to be? We've seen him do this in the past. Bito no Moon Saruto! The People's Moonsault. Bito no Moon Saruto. 1, 2. two leaders of their factions. Man, they've grown so much since the dojo. The field commander of Yokai Butai, the leader of Ningen Damashi, the human spirit, and this is what this right here is what Ningen Damashi is all about. Human wrestlers, the human heart, the human spirit, against the forces of the supernatural, the super science, and the superhuman in professional wrestling. And wait a minute, oh! Almost goes for a dragon hold of his own. And again, just raw power rolling out of it. Dragon Salt off of the red rope, representing the Kinamaru, the Circle of the Sun. Dragon Drop! A move learned from his original trainer, the original AWL Dragon. Now the head trainer at the dojo gets him a deep, deep 2 count. But it's a horseshoes and hand grenade situation here. 13 minutes on the clock. Oh! Great clothesline by Chiba Akagi, who was the bigger of the two men once upon a time. Manjigatame! And this is exactly what what Emerald Dragon did not want to have happen. Ultimantis Black, looking on worried from ringside. You can tell in his body language, if not his face, obviously. And now that looks like a modified Anaconda Vice. Trying to submit the Submission Master, but that's a bad mistake. If someone's a master of submission holds, they're a master of counter holds as well. DDT, very, very efficient into that cover. 1, 2, no wasted motion, but still not enough to get that final and fatal 3 count. Both of these men had big challenges getting into this. Emerald Dragon had to defeat Matt Classic Sr., another former tournament champion, in order to get into the quarterfinals. Chiba Akagi in the worst possible draw, the final preliminary against X, who turned out to be, representing United Empire, making his AWL debut, Henare. Kickouts by Emerald Dragon, but notice Emerald Dragon not getting to a vertical base of his own power. Got a little bit of ducking and dodging by the Dragon. And that looks like, I can't quite tell, it looks like a Cobra Clutch. Oh! Referee did not see the low blow there. That is not good. But the Emerald Dragon Sleeper. This is not a move that Wyvern would use. He had the Wyvern Sleeper, but this is a different variation of that traditional Fujinami Dragon Sleeper. Chiba Akagi having to adjust his way out of it. Japanese arm drag by Ningen Damashi. Scion of submission, and back to that same hold, working over the arms. Now remember, his signature hold, the Manjigatame, the octopus hold if you prefer, does wrench on one of the arms. That's the actual hold, that's the actual pain of the submission hold. The rest is mostly control. So softening up the arms, wait a minute, rope break, referee does see it. Emerald Dragon probably knew that wasn't going to get him the win, that particular cover. But I don't think he realized how close to the ropes he was. We know 3 of our semi-finalists, Aztec Kaiser Neo, Hassan, and Tiger the Dark. And what is this going to be? Oh, wow. An inverted figure 4 neck lock. A move of highly dubious legality.
5-minute test.
And now the urgency, because they know that most of these quarterfinals have not gone past that 5-minute mark. 1, 2. The more energy you expend in the quarters, the less you've got to the semis, and maybe even the final. By the way, the semi-final and the grand final will be in our next video. It's going to be a 3-video affair. Now, wait a minute. Emerald Dragon planting himself. Going up, he stops. No. Maybe looking for the Dragonic Driver. Chiba Akagi denies it. Double underhook. He does as he had. Yes, he's got them. Butterfly toss. And Chiba Akagi chooses to take it to the outside. But wait a minute, Amanji got something of his own! The Emerald Dragon, showing that he's learned a few submissions of his own over the years. But of course, you can't submit somebody on the outside. Now notice how he is wrenching on that arm, on that right arm. That's what I was talking about, that Chiba Kage was softening up earlier in the match. On Emerald Dragon, damage done, no victory allowed there. And Chiba Kage may be about to do something stupid. Oh! And the stupid thing was to wait too long. The referee says that Chiba Kage did not cross the plane of the ropes. But Emerald Dragon is about to, I think. High cross body. Wait a minute, roll through. Chiba Kage comes up in the dominant position. World's strongest slam, resetting the count. Chiba Akagi showing that he's got a few new tricks. Excellent counter wrestling by the leader of Ningen Damashi. And back into that Dragonic hold. And again, working over the arms. But the raw power, if he can get into... Wait a minute! Snapdragon, but a rope break. Referee, good call there by the referee. The feet crossing the plane of the rope. Snapdragon again, doesn't bother holding it, realizes where he is. Emerald Dragon realizing he's got to get his opponent into the center of the ring. Crowd is chanting one more time. I concur, but Emerald Dragon going for the cover. 1, 2, and he did need one more time. He needed one more time. Stomp away. Going for that Hitobito no Moonsault. Moikai. Back and forth. Around we go. Moonsault. You will believe a dragon can fly. Ooh. And now the smart wrestling comes in. So far, Emerald Dragon has followed the advice of Ultramantis Black. Flurry of blows. He wasn't a striker back in the old days. He is now. A much better all-rounder than he was as Wyvern. Going for a... Wait a minute, he thought there was a Dragonic. Doraiba! Stacks him up high off the Dragonic driver. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Emerald Dragon faces Tiger the Dark. In the second semi-final, we've got our final 4. Aztec Kaiser Neo, the Arab American Dream Hassan, Haida Zadaku, and the Emerald Dragon. 2 former tournament winners, 2 never winners.
Emerald Dragon!
We have also got, I believe, 3 Japanese wrestlers from AWL Honkai, 1 from AWL Strong and Free. And if you need to plug your ears, do it now. The Roar of the Dragon. Tomorrow, the semifinals, the grand final, Ashitamo Suzuki.